I can escape the world that I see by giving up attack thoughts. Can we really? Or will we just like emotionally remove ourselves? I don't know, but that's our lesson today. It's a doozy. It's a doozy. And we're supposed to be saying, I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts about blank. And this morning in the Tina Jesus video, well, this would have been, was this last year or 2 years ago? As a, like, Tina, she would just all of a sudden said about Donald Trump. And then she laughed to herself, and then 2 seconds later, she like remembered that she was a professional, and she was like, it does not say Donald Trump in A Course in Miracles, and then she had to correct herself. But anyways, I can escape the world that I see by giving up attack thoughts about so-and-so, or about the circumstance, or whatever it is that is attacking you, or you're attacking it. See, it's the same thing. If you're defending yourself, that's attack thoughts, because as you defend yourself, you attack back. So the world you see is a vengeful world, and you did it, and you made it, and you created it with your attack thoughts. So that's what we're going to talk about today. It's a good lesson to maybe listen to a couple times. We're supposed to practice, I think, like, I'm guessing 5 times. I don't know. I've been a little bit distracted this morning because I've been getting attacked, and I've been struggling with my own attack thoughts. And it's like Jesus sort of whispers in my ear sometimes, and you know, it's like, you gotta forgive. Forgive, forgive, forgive. Shine the light, you know, be lighted anyways, because you know this is just everybody's projections. But still, it's exhausting. So anyways, let's hang out with Jesus. I mean, you know. So Tina Jesus, number 23. Jesus definitely had things to say today, you know, about how we live our lives, and how we, just for entertainment, we watch violence all the time. And yeah, maybe society is set up like this for a reason. But yeah, think about how often, like, you know, we're watching like a rowdy football game, the UFC. Movies have violence, video games, books. I laughed to myself, the Bible, like, yeah, like this all invites attack thoughts into our vibration. We call it entertainment, but it's violence. And anyways, so this entertainment, this violence takes away our power, because, well, it manifests more duality, fear, separation, miscreation, puts us in those lower frequencies where we are powerless. Now, why did we ever even do this? Well, because we're bored. It basically becomes an addiction. You can get addicted to anything, including violence, including competition, including anything. So now, why was this done? Jesus talked about, you know, the powers that be, or whatever, through indoctrination and manipulation. They know that if we get addicted to violent entertainment, and they keep us like watching the news, and they keep us scared, they did this on purpose to take away our power. So yeah, Jesus went down a rabbit hole for sure in lesson 23. But the main point was, you got to educate yourself with spiritual education, with mastering your mind, with the power of your thoughts, everything. And you got to take that into your own hands to do, because schools and religion will not teach you. They are part of the indoctrination and manipulation purposes. So if you want to wake up and you want to free yourself, you got to educate yourself with your spiritual education. So some handy tips and hints from Jesus today was to observe yourself. You got to watch yourself. You got to know what's going on in yourself. And yeah, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. So whatever, it's like, whatever you done wrong, forgive yourself and ask yourself, is there a better way? So if everybody could just do this in their lives, please, and then collectively we could get some progress going on. Is there a better way? Is there a better way for me to live my life? Is there a better way for me to be entertained? Is there a better way for me to educate myself? Just ask, is there a better way? And, leave it open for answering. And Jesus reminded us we can call on him anytime. and call upon him to be with you and guide you through your education. Call on him at night before you go to bed to be with you in your dreams in the morning, 1,500 times throughout the day, what have you. You can call upon Jesus to be with you and guide you. I already did today. All right. Pathways of light, lots to say, but the big key topic was I am the image maker. The world comes from my thoughts. So if I don't like it, I got to know that it's like my own projection. It's been my own projection of attack thoughts. And what can I do? Well, I'm asking, is there a better way? And I am going to be willing to give up my attack thoughts. Give them to the Holy Spirit. Let them go. Shine a light on them. Forgive them. Like forgive, love, all this stuff. And yeah, the whole point is to just only see strength of love. So the one interesting thing that I didn't write down in this paper, but we'll hear it in the Pathways of Light insights for lesson 23. Even the ego even kind of like gets you to think attack thoughts when you would not even recognize them to be attack thoughts, like through feelings of compassion and I feel bad for you-ness, or like once you lower yourself into somebody's frequency like that, apparently like that's attack thoughts because you're seeing them as weak. So that'll be interesting for you to listen to. It was definitely interesting me to think like, oh my gosh, like society wants us all the time to feel bad for everybody, but like actually we're not doing them or ourselves a service because we're seeing them as weak. We're not seeing the strength of love. So definitely lots of cookies to chew on today. So as promised, bam, I can escape from cookies. Why would I want to do that? Well, if I did want to ever do that, you can escape from cookies by giving up your attack thoughts. And you're like, I would never. Well, what if they were crap cookies? What if they were cookies that were baked with crap? Okay. Quit arguing. You don't want none of this today. Oh my gosh. Well, actually, I feel pretty slaughtered. So if you guys want to attack me, today's the day to do it. I am feeling weak. Wasn't that interesting though? Like, the idea that as we see other people's weaknesses, we're actually doing them a disservice and attacking them by saying they don't have the strength of God in them. Well, I know I just touched upon it in the notes, and we'll listen to the Pathways of Light where they really get into it. But it's like you think compassion is a good thing. But if we're feeling bad for people, if we're seeing them weak or incapable or just lowering our vibration, yeah, we're basically attacking them with, like, if it ain't love, it's attack. Ooh, if it ain't love, it's attack. Just sit back and listen to all this. We'll drink tea. Pathwaysoflight.org. Welcome to the reading, A Course in Miracles Workbook, Lesson 23, Insights. I can escape from the world I see by giving up attack thoughts. This lesson is helpful to me because I still need to be reminded that I am the image maker. The world I see is coming from my thoughts. It invites me to take responsibility for seeing a world of separation, a world of bodies that are separate and alone. I need to be reminded that it is the thoughts I am holding onto in my mind that are giving me this experience. Jesus reminds me, each of your perceptions of external reality is a pictorial representation of your own attack thoughts. This lesson tells me that the images I have made have been replaced. Vision already holds a replacement for everything you think you see now. If I am not seeing the replacement, then I am still holding on to the images. These images are like a barrier to the love that is behind them. It does not seem like these images are attack thoughts, but from the Course I am learning that any thought that does not come from the oneness of God is trying to separate from the oneness of God. Any thought of individuality is an attack thought. It appears to be out there, but what is out there is really coming from my mind. This is called projection. This is called image making. I need practice in owning the thoughts that are the cause of the world I see. I am the one in charge of giving up these attack thoughts. As I am willing to give them up, I will realize that these images I have made have been replaced. As I let them go, I realize again that only love is real. All forms of separation are really just false ideas that I held in my mind a while. I am willing to hand them over to my true self, who will shine a light on them and show me that they are nothing. I am willing to give up attack thoughts. The ego disguises some attack thoughts with cloaks. It calls compassion, caring, and sympathy. If I see someone injured and I cringe at the pain that I think this person must be suffering, that is an attack thought. If I worry about a loved one, that is an attack thought. If someone shares with me about their loss, and I join in their perception of loss, that is an attack thought. These are attack thoughts because they are perceiving the Son of God as weak and vulnerable, capable of being harmed. These thoughts are attacking the truth by perceiving God's extension as weak. Because a creator can only create like itself, the creations must be like the Creator. If I perceive God's creations as weak, I must also perceive God as weak. Yet the Course is telling us that the love of God is all there is, and that God is our strength. This lesson is a step toward recognizing the investment the ego has in perceiving vulnerability, and is telling us that letting go of those thoughts of vulnerability is the way we escape this world. It is our function to recognize every thought of attack, falsifying the truth, and let it go. The Holy Spirit is in our mind to help us do this. We need only the willingness to turn over every attack thought to the Holy Spirit. He will take them gladly and show us their replacement in the brilliant light of love. As we learn to do this, fear recedes and we experience the strength of love more and more. When a friend comes to us in pain, we do not identify with the pain, but with the strength of love in our friend. From this peaceful and loving place, we can be guided by the Holy Spirit in our minds to offer our friend whatever is truly helpful in that moment. It may be a loving touch, a word of comfort, or just a thought focusing on the truth of them in our mind. If we let the Holy Spirit be our guide, we will be led in each moment to be helpful. Every day there is a lesson to pay particular attention to, but what does this one really mean to me? Do I physically escape from the world I see? No, not really. I escape mentally and emotionally from identifying with ego fears and needs. I let myself be cleansed with the light of love. I let love wash me of lingering, muddy fears that hide my true nature. As the fears are washed away, I see fresh and clear. I see my light, my love, and then that others are just like me. Others are light and love underneath their muddy fears. Everyone needs a bath of light and love to show us our one true self. And Holy Spirit is happy to oblige as the great washer. We can escape the mud. We can live shining and sparkling if we are willing to recognize that we have muddy thoughts and are willing to let them go. Today, I am willing to allow myself to be washed in the sea of love. I am willing to shone my sparkling shelf. I am willing to be set free. I am willing to see the one self. pathwaysoflight.org. Well, thank you so much for joining me. I don't know about you, but I got a shit ton of stuff to hand over to the Holy Spirit. Like, just take everything at this point. Like, you know, I think I already said that in one of the previous afternoon ACIMs. Like, oh, or was I saying Holy Spirit's gonna fix all my problems now? Okay, now I need to give him like my complete emotional range of feelings that I've been having. Can he also take those? Can he also clean up that mess and remind me on like a second by second basis to keep on choosing love, to keep on being the light no matter what, to keep on forgiving everyone for everything, to forgive myself, to like, what do you do when someone's attacking you? Like, that is your natural thing to like want to attack back, but here's the thing, if I attack back, then I'm staying in this world that I actually want to escape. So anyways, thanks so much for hanging out with me, drinking tea, and fulfilling our destiny. Sometimes we just say things because they rhyme.